Hi, my name is Kelley Eidem, and I'm the author of this book, The Doctor Who Cures Cancer. And today we're going to talk about one of the discoveries that Dr. Revici made is regarding radiation. And this video will tell you why you absolutely want to avoid radiation if you have cancer at all costs. And I'm going to do a visual demonstration so that it's memorable to you. It'll be real simple, and you'll see why you don't want to do that. This is one of the discoveries that Dr. Revici made. There are many others in here. But I guess I could put the book down now, can I? Did I mention to you that I'm the author of this book? Might as well have a little fun. So this particular discovery was on fatty acids, and what he discovered is that when a fatty acid gets a configuration that's called trionically conjugated fatty acid, it's very bad. And radiation causes this configuration to occur. He discovered this in the 1940s and reported on in 1950. And in 1983, Bengt Samuelson won a Nobel Prize for this discovery. This is a huge discovery, folks, not just something that, this is the real deal. And Revici's discovery was bigger than Samuelson's, but he didn't get the prize. The other gentleman did. So I want to show this to you. And I've used a paper towel roll so that you can, it's real simple here. Low budget. These C's that you see here, those are the carbon atoms that are stuck along like in a string or a rope. And then you have coming out from them, these spokes, would be hydrogen atoms. And although the pens are not identical, obviously the hydrogen atoms would be identical. And so you can see that there's a space here between this hydrogen atom and this one over here, and what that does is that you've got an oxygen molecule coming in, and it can attach here because there's either a magnetic or electrical field here, and so the oxygen gets in there, which is good, and then it's transferred into the cell. But what happens when you have radiation is that this other hydrogen molecule that's at a different angle, it shifts and it moves down to here. And I'm going to take this off camera while I poke it in here because it takes a little effort. So now you've got three basically in a row. They would be lined up the same. And what happens is that the oxygen molecule can no longer get in. It's blocked. And that means the oxygen cannot be transported into the cell. So the cell turns rancid. And if you've ever bought a piece of meat from the grocery store and had a little part of it go rancid, you can ask yourself, did it ever get better? Does rancidity ever get better? And the answer, of course, is no. The rancidity spreads in the meat. It gets worse and worse and has an odor. And the same thing happens to I would call the meat in our body. It also, the rancidity spreads, makes us sick, and ultimately results in death. Dr. Revici discovered, he worked out a formula for it called the oxalic index. The oxalic index for a person should be 0, but when this happens, it starts to increase in a person or in an animal, and when it reaches between the 14 and 17, there's a 100% death rate. So this is obviously something that you want to avoid. You do not want to have rancid cells. You may have seen it in, for example, I've seen it in a woman. She had breast cancer. She had radiation, and the next thing you know, her arm was all swollen with lymphedema, they call it. And this is what causes it. Okay? So you want to stay away from that, because that's going to kill you every time. You do not want this to happen. So, like I said, there's more of this information in my book, which, in case you haven't seen it yet, is right there. You can get the book from Amazon. And even if you don't get the book, I hope you share this with your friends, because this not only will save your life, but could save their life, because no one has ever shown anyone exactly why radiation is bad. We just hear, oh, well, it's not a good idea. Well, now you see specifically how bad it can be. So stay away from radiation, stay away from PET scans if you can at all avoid them, and CAT scans, because they have high amounts of radiation as well, and those can cause the same thing to happen. So that's it for now. Thank you, and God bless. Bye-bye.